Hello, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 9.11 and lots of other mods. And this time we're playing it live on Twitch. So, might be more than one episode there if you want to see it. And, of course, I will be also talking to our fellow viewers on Twitch. So let's continue this. We want to up the speed a little bit. Okay, we're pushing there. Okay, we've won a Nancy. Whenever I hear Nancy, I think of Kelly's Heroes. Boy, I was blanking on the name Kelly's Heroes because they talk about the city of Nancy in that movie. Yeah, we are doing that a bit. I don't know how much, because I haven't heard from him in a while. Revolverheld is watching. I know he was watching a bunch of the events, but see, we've run out of supplies here. Mainly because I think, yeah, this is their capital, Sophia, I knew it. That they're not getting supplies or something, so that was an event that is overdoing some of these events. I like the ideas of, yes, we control the Mediterranean. So, okay, so we are here now defending. Push into there, and you can support that push. Yeah, attack across the river, even though you don't really have engineers. Uh-oh, major defeat. We lost here. Okay. They're having to retreat. Looks like, okay. Totem cost being forced back. They're pushing. It's getting to be a bit of a problem. Okay, presume this fuel could be just supply. There was a communist revolt in Bulgaria via an event. So that's what happened to it. That's why we're having such problems there. Basically, everywhere in normal Bulgaria had a partisan factory thing set up there, and partisans put into it. Wherever Bulgaria had units at that moment, it won. It didn't, because it happened to be an event with a... Basically, it had, you know, create, revolt, scope, Bulgaria grouping. So that's from the code, I know. So it didn't include the provinces up here that had been former Romania, didn't include what had been former Yugoslavia or Bulgaria, so or Greece. So it included all the heartland. So wherever it had units, they won almost immediately, and now they're trying to clean up the rest. Is what happened there. And Bulgaria would give them some energy. Sure, you may have energy. As you can see, we're having these still continued wild fluctuations of fuel, which is not helping. This is their last sort of front with real units of any size and amount, but it won't last too long, I don't think. Yeah, just get across the river there. Okay, that's right. You come down here, you guys come into here. Those Croats that way. No orders. Well, Vinking, we don't have Vinking at the moment. The thing to fire it never happened. So I don't have Viking, Vinking, Winking, however you want to pronounce it. And how difficult was it? Well, I'll tell you, very early on, or for the first third of the campaign, I was very unsure whether I was going to be able to do, or be able to be successful in any sort of one season thing, and thinking that we may have a sort of historical outcome in multiple fashions. Now that the tide is turned, and I'll tell you, as a bit of an analysis, I think because of the Winter War, there's a lot of Soviet armor sitting up on the Finnish border that should be here, and there's have been some armor down here, but there seems to be a lot of spammed units of Soviet tank brigades down here, which ends up leaving the central part pretty undefended. So if you can get up to here, now if you come through the Baltic states, getting somewhere in here triggers a, it seems to, at least, I haven't looked at the events, seems to trigger, or maybe just your normal progression, trigger this big pile of spam units. We know there's, what, 44 conscript units up in here. And if they can get to Narva here, because this thing here is a swamp, a river, it's fortified, it becomes a hellhole to attack. So I've sort of learned to speed this way and hit all these conscript units in this forest here before they can organize, and they sort of retreat and retreat slowly through the swamps, and they never get dug in, they never get organized. Hello, Juggernaut. Yes, we're doing pretty well. So they never get organized, so we push them and keep them off balance. So if you can do that, it seems to work well. And as we can see here from the political map, the Soviets are able to push into Finland somewhat here, but it's really a waste. What's the point? Where, like, really sort of historically it should be the Soviets can barely hold the Finns back, but just barely do so, and have their concentration down here. And having their tanks appear down here may be a good strategy in the sense that they should be able to get organized, you know, get their organization levels up and be pushing ahead, where if you pop them up in the middle somewhere here, they might get overrun, sort of like what I'm doing to the conscript units here. Now, what is supposed to happen is in the winter, it's supposed to spam out a counteroffensive. Now, because I normally don't let it go that long, you know, into the winter, I don't normally see it. So I don't know if we would get bad coding in which you spam in tank units into German-controlled territories, or whatnot, or simply it wouldn't fire, or I don't know. Because what you need to do is you need to have a check for who controls what provinces to see if you fire the event and how you do it. But yeah. So once you can push them off balance, the AI really is just a bit of a loss. Okay, can you, yeah, directly south of that. File units. Yes, we are cleaning up Bulgaria. And they've lost another ship. They're sort of wandering Soviet fleet. Well, in Moscow, that would be an interesting location right now, in that they would obviously control the province, but I don't know whether that would be a good strategy or not for them to be stuck there. This general should be, I don't know what he started, probably at 2, but he's now at 3. Uh-oh. 15th division shattered. We've lost that, that's fine. Hopefully we won't lose Tokmakov. Now here we should be counterattacking here. Let's support them. Now we get the major victory. Not sure which one is. Oh, it's probably here, yeah. Well, now that they've stopped attacking, let's see what an attack here is like. Heavy armor. Rockets, railway artillery. Okay, well, maybe not as... well, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Now we have a major defeat. Jaeger division shattered down in Kharkov, or that was. Here we're starting to run a bit shy on supplies, so let's see if we can get you up here. Air supply, and we also have another one. Keep forgetting which air base it is. One of these. There we are. Where do we want you to supply? Looking for the red. Yeah. These guys, I don't know whether I even want to move them further east. Is why they're just sort of sitting there. Yeah, you can come up to here. No, no, can't air. No, we don't want to move you. We want to air supply. Let's supply Moscow region. Looks like they're shifting a bunch of air power to here from Leningrad. in the money for fuel. Now, the reason we're having so much of this problem is because we've been having supply problems. Okay, you're gonna stop. Yeah, major defeat. These guard units have been fighting pretty damn hard. Okay, you join in. You support, now support. Oh, you're still defending, okay. You come this way, you come this way. Okay, oh damn, they got air-aircraft, anti-aircraft. Alright, see that better. And support that attack. Troops against armor, but they have at least some anti-tank. Support the attack. Okay. Oh, let's see. I don't know if they have Tippet. There are several different causes for some of those things, and they're sort of conditions based. Okay, you attack these guys. Now that we have these guys, this you will see in a sort of been a thorn in my side. Major defeat. Where? Okay, well, we won there. Where did we lose? Here, okay. Now we finally won there. We come down and help these guys out. And Hungary, yes, you may have metal. I want to make sure we're not shattering ourselves on them. Will they be able to fight their way out? I don't know. Ah, Windhound is hitting them. Okay, you guys charge up there as quickly as you can. You guys pursue this way. Well, we can get it across the river, but we'll counterattack you. Well, we better use the air power. We're not in that good of shape. Let's... Okay, come forward, mountain troops. Join the attack. Okay, Prince Eugen. Your mountain troops with armor. Hey, thanks for following. Do appreciate that. Okay, so we're pushing them out here. Now let's check. Oh, they're coming. Here is it? Yes, we got a bunch of stuff heading out for India eventually. And my other fleet is heading back up here to pick up more units. Got a few units out here. I've been getting event messages saying that my spies are telling me that there's going to be North Africa landings. So I don't know what that means. Don't know if that's going to happen. If the traditional Vent is going to fire, which I didn't re-edit this time. Last time I did edit it so it would happen even though we controlled the Straits of Gibraltar. Or whether it's going to be a modified version that just happens out here. So I don't know. And we're still dealing with some partisan outbreaks here. Let's send in Gruber with his little armored cars. Battle there. One there. One there. Okay. That's getting a little better. Alright. Hey, Tops One, good to see you. Basically normal on most all settings. If you want to see the details of the settings, you can go to the first episode in the series where I go through all of, because there's all kinds of different front settings. You know, Eastern Front settings, Western Front settings, and whatnot to see exactly. And I don't remember exactly what settings, but basically the normal difficulty. My last playthrough was on hard. This was more to test out the scripted invasions that revolverheld added to the game. Okay, you hit there. You support that attack. Maybe you should pop up a bit more over here so I can see them. Okay. That's right. And we've got some other supply coming from here. Support that attack. You're not going across the river. Are they in swamps? No, just forests. Okay. Okay, looks like we'll get Tbilisi back. We need that for the surrender progress of the Soviets. We're still defending. Well, we're going to move forward, so you support that attack there. Put another flank onto it. Well, let's... Can you get up to there? No. But you certainly can. Keep supplies flowing. Pushing. Oh, okay. Right, sort of know what's going on behind some of these. And they're counterattacking up here. Good. Aircraft prototype evaluation. That I believe is this one. No, it isn't. This one. Okay, yeah, we're gonna stop that. That's way too far in advance. I've shifted a bunch of leadership over to officers, which still isn't enough because we're getting combat losses as well as some events. And ground attack tactics. And so we have a lot of, not a lot, but some deficit there. And I just, shall we say, emotionally, I watched, like Benjamin Magnus, see a Tippett play, and some of these other people that like to stack up research. I like to know that I haven't stopped these because I obviously, well, within a few days we're going to be having some of these other ones come here. But I like to think most of the stuff that I've scheduled for research is actively being researched. So just, you know, as much, I don't know, emotional as gameplay practical. You guys keep moving forward. Yeah, keep coming forward. Okay. Get attacked again. Get those. Or they can start advancing somewhere else. Oh, they should. Okay, no. Well, last unit shatter. So, well, you guys will come here now. And you'll support the attack. Got that special purpose armor. Lightweight amphibious, good for swamps, but I know we're not in one at the moment, but still. Okay, good. You just got Das Reich in there to help you out. Close off their retreat. Support there. Attack. Okay, that's doing well. Talk about that in a minute, tops. Okay, I think we're going to end the episode. Not the stream, guys. Everybody on Steam, just hang loose. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for liking the videos. I really do appreciate that. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Love to see you around more often. And please post questions, comments, suggestions, corrections. Love hearing from you. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.